on the teaching arrangement. Since originally we planned to have a quiz in the coming week at school, but unfortunately we are now adopting the online teaching until the rest of the second semester. So it means that there will be a few changes on the assessment items. So first of all, regarding the midterm quiz, so probably it will be postponed, but class will still on, so you still need to attend the lecture, and then we will go through lectures next class. And because since we do not have any updates from the university yet, and for the assessment items, we need the approval from the course coordinators and the seniors. So at this moment, we will keep all the things the same, but I'm pretty sure that what there's something it will be happen is for the on-campus examinations, it will be changed to another forms of assessment. But for details, I will let you know in the next week. The reason is because we are going to have a meeting. We are going to have a meeting on the coming Friday, so with our course coordinators. So we will probably discuss the arrangement for the assignments, and some of the arrangements. So when I have the updates, I will give you all the updates in the coming week. So in order to keep you updated, you can keep an eye on the Moodle, but when everything is updated, I will try to inform you in the class or through the Moodle, so in order to keep you updated, with all the things, so that's the current situations. So I will let you know in the next week. So what are we going to do in today's class? So first of all, we will do a short recap of what we've been doing in last week's lecture, and then after that we will move on to the need assessment, which we didn't finish last week. And after that, we will talk about, or we will go through the rest of the chapter 4 notes, and we will give you some time to do an in-class assignments, And then after that, I love you guys to have discussions with each other. In the morning, there are lots of discussions with me and the students. So originally, I planned to teach another lecture. However, due to their high activity rate, so it spends quite a long time to doing the discussion with them. So hopefully we'll apply in the same class here, and then at least you have something left before you leave in today's class. So that will be the arrangements. So if you're not happy with that, please let me know. If you're happy with that, then we just follow it. And you can have a look at the chapter 3 of the notes, which you have from last week. So we have already go through all the parts in here, but I just want to highlight a few highlights. In this chapter is actually the page 46 of page 61 of the PDF. So if you don't have it with you, please download it right now. Otherwise you might miss some things. So during the last lecture, we've introduced a few terms to you all, so including the visions, missions, goals, objectives, performance objectives, performance requirements. And when we sum up all together, which is actually the values of the organizations. So at least you should have an idea of these terms. So in order to facilitate your planning in the coming futures, or in the reality if you're going to work as organizing an event, so very possibly you have to understand the thoughts of the organizations. in order to offer something, okay, which is aligned with their culture, okay, etc. 咁所以將來咧，記住呢4個 terms 好緊要嘅。OK，就算你今日唔知，OK，將來你都要知。OK，咁上頭我哋都講過㗎啦。We also gave us some examples, okay, for you to understand, okay, about that. Okay, but if you don't understand, just go back and have a look. So other than the flowchart of values or whatever objectives, goals, we have also introduced one of the organization structure, okay, to all the students. So since when you work in your program, okay, at least you need to know, okay, how those informations are flowing from one side to one side. So even though within different departments, okay, they are doing different jobs. So in case, okay, if you have to collaborate with them, okay, you have to know which directions, okay, you should focus on. But in some of the organizations, like the private organizations or those organizations without very lots of hierarchical, okay, 好多一啲公司咧，如果佢係冇乜層次啦嚇，即係冇乜所謂老細啊、boss 啊、中央處理啊 ，OK，so we usually use the decentralized structure。咁 structure 都有兩種嘅，一種係中央管轄，上面話乜，下面就做 ，OK，另外一種就係由細話事 ，OK，上面聽下面做，得唔得？So I would say both of them, okay, has their benefits, okay, or strengths and weaknesses. Okay, so of course, we should be able to understand, okay, two of the approach. Okay, so that's all for the first part of the lectures of last week. And if you move on to the next part, which would be the chapter 4. So this is the participant input. Okay, we need participant input, okay, in an activity. The reason is because we want to meet their expectations and meet their needs, okay, in order to promote, okay, healthy lifestyles. Okay, we're focusing on the healthy side. 嗱，咁我哋都要知道，或者我哋都需要到參加者俾一啲嘅 information 我哋。So without them giving us information, so very possibly, okay, we are not be able to understand, okay, what their needs are. And in the last lecture, we talk about the four different terms. Needs are necessary, okay, needs 係需要啦 ，okay 必須嘅。So wants and desires, okay, 慾望啦嚇，渴求。So it's a bit different from needs, okay, because they're not necessary than being needed. And interests, okay, we know which one is lower, desires, okay, which one is having a higher desires, okay, etc. Okay, so this is the terms what we've been doing in last week's lecture. And also, okay, we have introduced the one we call need assessment. Okay, 上次教過嘅啦 ，need assessment 中文就係需求嘅評估。Okay, 需求評估。So there are actually three purposes, okay, of doing the need assessment. So when we do the three of the need assessment, okay, there are three reasons are, okay, service orientations, 中文係嗰個定位 ，okay, so which service you're targeting to, okay, or for. So secondly, okay, desire for quality. We want to make sure that we are delivering high quality service in order to meet or to exceeding, okay, the client's expectations. Okay, so that's very important. And the last thing that why we need to spend a lot of time, money in doing the investment is to make sure that we want to manage our program, okay, effectively. 我哋想有效地去善用我哋嘅資源啦嚇，去運作我哋嘅活動嘅。之所以咧，我哋就要做呢個 need assessment 啦。So then we finish at this part. Okay, this part. So for the need assessment, remember, so important. So either like need assessment or the exit review is the first steps. Whenever you do anything, even like booking, okay, receiving money, okay, for someone, so the first thing is we need to do the need assessment. 永遠都係最緊要嘅，得唔得？ So if you do something which is at the last step, we call it evaluations. So it means that, okay, they are different from the need assessment and the evaluations. So there's only one way to do the need assessment, okay, but we have different tools to do that. However, in the evaluations, there are actually two types of them. So for the first type, okay, what we call is the summative evaluations. So we will talk about more, okay, in the coming week's lecture. But in order to let you know that, okay, we got one summative and we want formative. So what does it mean between these two is, for the summative, okay, we will usually do it in the progress. Okay, 進行中我哋會做一個評估嘅。But for the summative, okay, it's a summary, okay, it's like we did it at the last of the program. But for formative, it's kind of formations, we need to do it ongoing. Formative 中文就係、我都唔記得咗中文係咩，總之係 ongoing 嘅、持續嘅一個評估。But for summative, okay, 中文就叫總結性評估。Okay, so we did it at the end of the program. Okay, so remember they're different. 記住有兩個唔同嘅，得唔得？ So and what are the reasons of doing the need assessment? Okay, we did go through in last lecture, and I'm not going to go through it here in details. Okay. So before I go through this part, okay, I just want you to pay attention that the Appendix 2, okay, which is shown on the Moodle. So please download it right now. So in the Moodle, there's an Appendix 2. We have Appendix E, which is called the need assessment. So please download it with you. Okay, and then we will talk about right now. 等一陣啊，我搵返先。So this PDF. Okay, I allow you another 20 seconds of download it. Okay, so what is the need assessment? Okay, what is need assessment? You know the purpose of doing the need assessment. However, you do not know how to do the need assessment. So whenever we do a need assessment, we have to ask the following questions. So the first question is why, the second one is what, how, where, when, from whom, and who will be using these informations. So for the first one, why? So why means so for why, okay, stands for the reasons of doing the need assessment. 打錯字啊，唔好意思，自己改返啦。So it comes up another question is, what do I want to know? Okay, so whenever we do a need assessment, think in that way or think in a strict way. The reasons of us asking questions from the clients or the participants, the reason is because we want to know what they think and we want to provide a quality service for them. 我哋要知道佢要啲乜，然之後我哋提供啲乜俾佢去參與，從而係去滿足佢嘅需要，得唔得？ So that's why, okay, in the need assessment, the first questions you ask yourself is, why do we have to do this? So there are a few samples. So the reasons of doing the need assessment is, so for example, the first one is, I want to improve the service. OK， 其中一個啦嚇，我想提升我個服務質素啦。OK， other than so we want to run the events smoothly。OK， 咁我都想個活動進行得順順利利啦。OK， 咁呢個係我專登去做呢一份嘅評估。So if we don't do it at the beginning of the events, what will happen? Your event might not run that smooth, or even though okay, you might not be able to improve the service okay, of your program, which you have been run for a few years. 咁我哋咁辛苦咧，特登去問人哋啊，其實我哋都目的都係有幾樣嘅。But other than this too, okay, could you suggest anything? Of course, yes. Okay, yes, 乜都得嘅，得唔得？ So in the next part of our today's class, okay, is you are going to form groups, okay, and you have to think of your program, and you have to try to work out the need assessment, okay, for this. So what means? What are you going to ask? So for example, I'm going to organize, okay, events or workshops. So I would like to know, okay, which topics, okay, are the participants are interested in. So very possibly, okay, I will ask, okay, what kind of topics that you would like to hear about? Okay, 有啲咩嘅範疇咧想我哋講㗎? Okay, so I ask them to give me input. So if after the questionnaires you realize that okay, 90% of them okay, they would like to listen okay, about things related to sport injury. Okay, then very possibly okay, you invite an injury specialist okay, to share the experience of them. Okay, so that's what we have to know about that. Okay, 咁你可能要揾一啲嘅地方你想問。Okay, so for example, you want to ask about the duties, okay, of the volunteers. Okay, 可能你想問工作人員佢嗰個職責嘅。Okay, 咁你咪問咯。So how? Why 就係原因啦。What 就係你會問啲乜啊。So how 中文就係形式啦。嘅形式。Okay, so the form. So do you want the traditional one, which is a questionnaires? Okay, or you don't like the questionnaires, okay, you like interviews? Okay, then just put it down. But nowadays, okay, since the pandemic is getting out of control, so many people, okay, they will use the internet, okay, as a platform, okay, to do the need assessment. So if you just put down internet, okay, whatever, so it still applies. And then number 4, where should we collect this data? Okay, where? 喺邊度攞呢啲咁嘅資訊啊？ Okay, so if you want to improve, okay, the surface of the frontline staff, so very possibly, okay, you ask, okay, people, okay, who are living in those buildings, okay, or who people usually visit that place. Okay, so we will prepare those forms, okay, at the nearest place, okay, which is the reception. 好啦 ，where 就係你個地方啦。咁我而家去問呢啲咁嘅嘢啦，令到我日後可以運作得我哋個活動順暢啲。咁我喺邊度問呢啲嘅資訊咧 ？So for example, if you're going to organize a open water swimming, okay, 可能你係搞個渡海泳，okay 當啦。 好啦，咁你就打算問啲人對杜海榮有冇認識？OK，咁你可以喺邊度問啊？OK，喺報紙、雜誌定係點？OK，so the most direct way okay, they will ask the swimming clubs。OK，咁我哋直接啲啦，直接問游水嘅總會啦，可能有屬會啦，有業餘游泳總會啦等等。OK，so this is where you have to collect those information from。地點啦，OK，地點。So when should we do the need assessment? So remember in the textbook, okay, we have talking about, okay, so when we do a need assessment, we should do it at the beginning of the event. 咁喺個活動之前一定要完成晒㗎啦，need assessment. Okay, but students may ask, okay, is there any timeline? Okay, I would say depends of the complexities. Depends on whether the event is very complicated. If it is very complicated, you may need some more time. Okay, so you could put down beginning of the events before the event starts. And two to 3 months or 2 to 3 weeks beforehand. 可能咧你就要寫多少少啦。我係想活動之前問嘅，咁幾時啊？OK， 2-3個禮拜之前啊。OK。From whom? Whom is very specific. Means what are the target clients? 好啊，咁你係想由邊一度攞啲咁嘅資訊呢？ So if you want to run the event smoothly, you may ask the officials, you may ask participants. So when we talk about participants, we will involve two types of people. So one is the repeated users, which means the old customers or newcomers. Okay, and the last. So when you obtain these informations, okay, you ask a lot of questions. Okay, 7 of them, 6 of them. So who will use these informations? Okay, so you know that okay, people tend to have a marathon race in somewhere, okay, in Hong Kong. And however, okay, it seems that it's not possible to do it. Then what else we can do, or is there any ways to change up the plan? Okay, so who is making this kind of decision? The answer is there's only one, the program manager. Okay, so that's how it works for the need assessment. So you may ask, okay, when should I ask? Okay, what should I do? Okay, or etc. So now, okay, we will show you some of the examples, okay, of doing those need assessment. So there are many ways to do it. 有好多方法嘅。So the first way to do it is using the comment cards. So comment cards, okay, are pretty straightforward, okay, or it do not have any specific focus. 嗱，呢啲咁嘅 comment card 咧就冇 specific 嘅目的嘅，佢只係想可能知 overall 有啲咩嘅 suggestions 嘅。So if we go back to the time, okay, where the shopping mall, okay, near the customer service counter, okay, there should a big album or a big box, which they have put down at the top, okay, 意見書 ，okay， 同埋係咯意見書嘅通常咧，係啦。 So they will put down to someone, from someone, and you have to give the suggestions. 好啦，咁今次咧呢一個咧就係佢話佢要俾 suggestions，咁佢咪揾張卡仔咯，寫低自己啲個人資料等等，然之後咧就去讚或者去彈佢啦。So whenever you submit these forms, they will give you a copies of these. So other than those, a very general way to do it, 因為呢個答問唔係嗰個 comments card 啫，就有時太過 general 嘅。There's no any specific focus, but it might help sometimes. But in order to be more specific, we will ask one type of questions, which we call it demographic questions. 咁我哋都會問多一種題目嘅。咁第一種題目咧，我哋就會問一個叫 demographic questions。Demographic means which is related to the individual，同人有關嘅，得唔得？ So you will see that in this example is the following questions will help us to get a profile of what women and workshops are like. Because at this moment, as a programmer, he has no ideas of holding what kind of workshops, and targeting of people of different age, So then that's why he needs to ask the participants to do all questions 1 to 10. But think in this way, sometimes when we ask these demographic questions, demographic questions 講多次係同人有關嘅，乜都得㗎啦，總之同個人有關就可以啦。But whenever we ask some personal questions, it may related to the confidential problem， 咁就會去到保密嗰個協議嘅問題啦。So that means whenever you do a questionnaires, please think twice whether you need those questions to ask. So if you are organizing a workshops for kids, so you have to ask whether I should know the age of their mother or father, or rather we should know the age of their students. 咁有啲咧好無謂嘅問題嘅，咁尤其是無謂嘅問題咧係涉及到私隱，私隱啦，it related is kind of sensitive data. So that's why I tend to not asking too much demographic questions， 如非必要嘅啫。如果唔係咧，通常我問3至到5條就已經足夠噶啦，係當係一個開場白嘅啫，清唔清楚？ So let's take a look some examples of the need assessment. The one in the previous slide is an assessment. However, they didn't provide us much information of that. We just have some demographic questions. 咁嚟緊呢一啲咧，都會係同個活動有緊密嘅關係嘅，就好過呢一啲得幾條問題問咗好似等於冇問過，係啦，又要涉及私隱。So what should we do in designing our program questionnaire is we have to pick a few focus， 我哋要 pick 幾樣嘢去做啦，即係等同於頭先 need assessment 嗰個 why 同 what。 So let's take a look at section number 1. Question number 2. 呢一份啦，第二條。So do you feel the restrooms in the parks should be cleaned? So how many of you, you will pick the last one once a week? And how many of you will take the one with twice daily? 一日2次，一日1次，3日1次，4星期1次。So I would say there's 2 extremes. 通常都有兩邊。If people are happy with the restroom hygiene level, very possibly people will pick the one on the left side. But if you realize that your restrooms is extremely dirty and there's something wrong with with those equipment. So very possibly, okay, you will not find out a good answers again here. You may find out answers like twice daily, okay, for this one. So what does it implies? If you distribute out these questionnaires and you receive 100% of response with twice daily. Okay, so what it implies is, I may think in this way. 我會咁諗嘅，100個人都話叫每日都要清潔個公園。The usage rate of the parks, in the restroom in the parks is extremely high. Okay, 飲水機用嘅人應該會好高，如果冇理由100%。Okay, so and then the other one is, do you feel the restroom in the park should be cleaned? If they pick 100% of once a week, it means that, okay, there's another extreme. 如果100個人填90個人都話咧，喂個廁所1個星期洗一次都得㗎。I would say the usage rate is extremely low. Or, okay, there's something wrong, okay, with the restroom. So that means we usually take a look at those answers in order to imply, okay, with the reality or the facts. I'm not saying that, okay, they are all right, okay, but at least it's a kind of reference. Okay, 咁你例如你第時搞活動啦，例如你轉去另外一個形式啦。Do you think, okay, we should organize this event, okay, during weekend or weekdays? Okay, so you will ask them, okay, and they will give you a few answers. So if you notice that, okay, people tends to have a weekday program instead of weekend program instead of weekday program, it means that, okay, people are used to free, okay, during weekend. 係啦，咁你都要睇翻傾向邊一邊。我唔係話你一定要滿足晒佢每一個 options. Okay, if you see that, okay, everyone or all of them are equally distributed. Okay, so I would say they don't have much opinion, okay, of that. But if you see, okay, the numbers, there's a big contrast, okay, between 2 of them or 3 of them. So that means, okay, they have a very strong preference. Okay, 佢哋有一個好強烈嘅睇法嘅，或者嗰個安排啦。Okay, so let's take a look at some other questions. Is the following. So whenever we prepare the NEET assessment, we could ask some questions like these. Not only yes or no questions or picking the right options. So you can ask, please check the items that you feel are necessary for playground area. 好啦，咁我哋都可能咧有時會問一啲咁嘅問題嘅。請你選擇以下 ，OK， 適用於呢一條題目嘅。Okay, so it means that, okay, if you want to have a playground, okay, and you have to pick some items that are necessary. So like teenagers, okay, they used to check the box like half-court basketball, okay, maybe restroom, benches, picnic table, etc. Okay, and if you see another group of people, they are picking slides, swings, climber 嗰啲攀石架 baby swings. So you will notice that, okay, but so you will have a look, okay, of those respondents. Okay, 咁你要睇下嗰啲答問題嗰啲人啊。原來綠色嗰班人咧，全部答呢啲答案都係啲小朋友嘅。原來紅色咧，大部分都係大人嘅。Okay, so you have to think, okay, whether, okay, which one is much more important. Okay, as I said, the resources are limited. If everything is unlimited, so I would say you take all the items. 嗱，如果你有無限嘅資源咧，其實你 take 邊一個都冇所謂，好老實咁講。但係如果你喺有限嘅資源咧，你就要取捨啦。究竟我係行咗綠色先啦，定還是行咗紅色先啦？ Okay, so you have to think, okay, for your action plan. So by knowing these informations before you start designing your program or making any changes, so you will notice that, okay, which part of area you should invest in order to avoid any confusions or any arguments, okay, between the users and parties. 咁我哋做咁多嘢咧，都係避免之後有好多唔同嘅問題去衍生嘅啫。如果你諗下，你唔做呢一條題目， 你求其憑你嘅直覺去提升某一啲嘅嘢嘅質素，或者加某一啲嘅設施落去，但係到頭嚟用家咧根本都冇你呢一個感覺嘅話，咁咪變相你點啊？你咪嘥咗呢啲資源咯。OK? At the same time, okay, you did not meet the expectations of the customers and you create trouble. Okay, so that would be a big problem for you. Okay, so some people will do it in this way. And you can take a look at some of the questions, okay, underneath. I'm not going to go through them one by one. Okay, 太多啦呢度其實。So, for example, question number 7. I feel the city needs more. 我覺得個城市需要多啲乜嘢，咁你咪睇咯。係啦，so you just pick the one. Okay, so whenever you finish the questionnaires, then those people, okay, who manage this need assessment, okay, will be able to see the full picture, okay, to see the full picture of what people thinks of the program. 咁當然啦，如果你個活動係完全新嘅，當然你可以話我憑我嘅經驗，我覺得咁樣做咁樣做，但係其實點解唔嘗試下，直情真係問下佢哋咧 ？OK， 好過你到時摸住石頭過河。OK， 我寧願我有個方向 ，OK， 我知道點樣做，好過你一嚟就亂咁撞釘啦，得唔得 ？So this is another types of need assessment, okay, which you can make in this way. Another ways is do it. You could see the next 2 page. So it's also the need assessment. But this time, okay, you allow them to pick the right options or to put ratings, okay, on that. 好啦，呢一度咧就係講緊，嚟緊咧公司就有10萬啦，你當咁咧就想搞以下嘅運動班，但係嚟啦，問題嚟啦。Okay, so we don't have much money, okay, in doing all at the same time. So we have to pick only 2 or 3 of them. Okay, so what you can do is ask the people, okay, who are in your club, okay, to pick. Shall we organize a baseball competitions? No, okay, I don't like it. Shall we organize a cooking class? It seems interesting, okay, because of the COVID. OK， 哇！而家 COVID 喎，OK， 個個都留喺屋企煮飯㗎啦，好似出街食嘅。如果教啲煮餸嘅課程，可能會對佢有興趣咧。Cross country skiing，I'm not that interested. Scuba diving lessons，OK， 潛水，I'm not sure. Tennis instruction， 有人教打網球嘅 ，yes. Volleyball league，I don't know how to play. So you could see, okay, there are some answers, okay, which is shown on your screen. And imagine, okay, if you multiply it like 50 or 100, 咁假設呢一個嘅結論咧係50個人都係咁答嘅，100個人都係咁答嘅，咁得出嘅結論咧，我哋可以 I would say I would draw a line from here. So of course I will invest money in doing a cooking class. I will do the tennis instructions, and as well for the scuba diving lessons. But if we need to set the priority of your 3 of them, I will do it 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so that's the purpose of doing the need assessment. 做 need assessment 其中最重要嘅一個目的就係咁啦。咁起碼我唔使嘥咗啲錢去做 baseball 啦、cross country 啦同埋 volleyball leagues。OK， 係啦。So that's how it works. And the last one. Okay, last one. I just give you some examples. So you could just take a look by reading this appendix if you wish to go through all of them. So now I'm going to organize an activity. Okay, but I don't know the time right now. Okay, and I want people to give me suggestions. So your preferred activity times. So do you prefer Monday weekdays or weekend? Okay, lunchtime, etc. 咁啊，睇翻大家嘅意願啦。OK， 原來有啲人咧就揀星期1至到星期5都係 early afternoon 嘅。OK， maybe some of these from here. And for Sunday and Saturday, people used to stay for early morning. Okay, so by looking at these data, okay, you will have a investigations or you have an ideas of knowing that people used to prefer sending their kids, okay, or people who participate in your program, they tend to have it like in weekdays for the afternoon sections, or okay in a weekend morning sections. 咁你可以設計活動嘅時候，你咪睇翻咯。哇，原來都冇人中意 lunch time 嘅，咁你就可以 book 場嘅時候，你會點啊？ You just ignore these options, okay? And then night, okay, ignore it. 咁你做活動嘅時候，第一你起碼知道啲人，你呢啲時段啲人起碼點都會嚟參加啊。如果你揀嗰啲時段，其實即係你將一啲唔值得花時間落去做嘅嘢。OK， 然之後你就花時間落去做，咁你咪變咗嘥公司資源，嘥咗公司嘅資源之外 ，OK， 嘥埋你自己嘅時間咯，得唔得？So this is for the availability. So if you want to talk about money, okay, which is related to course, okay, etc., then you could use different types of scale. Okay, so just a short recap. Okay, you know that okay, we have different types of needs assessment format. Okay, from the very general one. Okay, 由最簡單嘅一個 suggestions. Okay, until okay, you could see some very specific questions, okay, which is focused on the special area with a like box to select. Okay, you could take the priority. Okay, you could choose okay the appropriate. Okay, or you could ask yes or no questions. 可以問 yes 同 no 嘅，like in the demographic parts。嗱呢啲啦，呢啲頭先我好略略咁過咗嘅，OK。咁最常見1、2、3、4嗰啲啦，呢啲唔講啦，你哋都知啦。So you could give them some open questions，OK， 可能係一啲開放性嘅題目 ，OK， 或者簡單啲嚟講啦。So what do you think? Please comment. Okay. Do you have any comments? Yes or no? Okay, etc. So if they have disability, okay, please identify. Okay, so you could have many different types of questions. There's no standard one. Okay, 冇一個 standard 嘅，呢啲就比較容易啲。呢啲直情係直情冇，即係冇格式嘅，冇譜嘅，你寫得㗎啦，得唔得？ So I just want to give you those examples. So whenever you work on your need assessment, so you will be able to know that, okay, or you're able to notice that, okay, there's no any standard format to do that, okay, 冇一個正式嘅 format 嘅，但係個方向係咁嘅 ，okay. So that's what we've been doing here, okay, and I hope, okay, you should have an understanding, okay, of these 7 questions. 嗱，如果你到呢一刻你都唔知呢7條題目問緊乜嘢咧，咁你盡早話我知啦，因為一陣間咧你分組做嗰個worksheet 嘅時候咧，你就係要用到呢7條題目。如果你唔明咧，你就好快啲問啦，得唔得 ？Okay, so let's move on to the PowerPoint. So remember, okay, when we do the need assessment, so first of all, you remember the 7 W or 7 questions. OK， 嗱呢7條題目啦。好啦，咁我哋 PowerPoint 入面咧就先講一樣嘢。So whom? That means the target group that you're going to ask for the need assessment. So now you work out the questionnaires and you don't know who to ask. And in the textbook, they suggest you to ask 2 types of people. 兩種嘅。So one is the current users, and one is the non-users. So what does it mean by current users? Please put down the word. Repeated customers. So repeated customers are those who have participated in your program before. Repeated customer 咧就係中文就叫重複嘅使用者啦，或者重複嘅顧客。咁簡單啲嚟講咧，就係佢有參與過你同一個活動嘅。Okay? But at the same time, okay, we are not just focusing, okay, on those returners. At the same times, I want you to focus on non-users. Non-users are newcomers. 係啦，新嚟嘅。Okay, so it means that they never participate your program before. Okay, so whenever we serve these new customers or newcomers, please pay attention, okay, to their needs. 你要咁諗，點解我哋要知佢哋嘅需要呢？如果你個活動提供嘅嘢，佢一早需要已經有啦，咁佢好自然就會參加你個活動。佢唔參加都係你嗰個活動，其實有佢嘅原因嘅，可能時間唔夾，可能個 nature 唔夾，可能個錢太貴。OK， 好多原因。OK， so there are many reasons behind. But if we want to be successful, okay, I would say try to understand their needs rather than just think or just imagine or just try. Okay, whenever you think, okay, you're spending your time and money to do that. Okay, so it is not worthless. It is not worth to do that. Okay, so that's why we need to focus on these two users. It means that, okay, in the need assessment, so while you're doing, so I would prefer you to ask a few questions for new customers. And most of the questions are for returners or for all participants. OK， 咁所以咧，我都會希望你係有兩種題目都會有嘅，得唔得 ？OK。So what should we ask? Okay, in the need assessment. So now, okay, you notice that, okay, we have an aim to do that. Okay, I want to improve the service. Okay, then I will ask questions related to service. If I want about the logistics, okay, I will ask people, okay, who is related to think of the logistics. But other than those, okay, we should have been asking some demographic questions. So if you take a look at the needs assessment, okay, in the appendix 2, you will realize that, okay, demographics are quite separate, okay, from the others. So the reason is because when we ask demographic questions, we are not asking questions related to the program. We are just asking questions that are related to the personal particulars or the identity. 我哋人問呢啲嘅 demographic questions 咧 ，demographic data 就係人背景資料 ，OK, some background information of the individual, OK， 你係問參加者嘅背景資料。咁我哋通常問啲乜嘢咧？有好多嘅 income, religion, status, occupation, OK, current activity involvement, needs, skills, information, attitudes, beliefs, values, OK, blah 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 blah. So we have many questions to ask. But remember, okay, when we ask any kind of demographic questions, don't follow the same practice, okay, like others. Remember, time is money. Whenever you ask someone, okay, at the street or at the club or even, okay, during the phone, okay, or WhatsApp, okay, etc., using Google Form, blah, blah, blah. If you are asking some questions that are not related to your program or which is not be helpful, okay, for the run of your program, please don't ask. Okay, but if you ask too much, people will think that, okay, this is a questionnaire section, so rather than, okay, really know what they want. 咁唔好俾咗個錯過人哋咧，就話喂，你乜都問嘅。我帶小朋友去做運動啫，你又問埋我嗰個 status， 又問埋我個 household income， 你係咪有咩其餘嘅目的啊？有咩企圖啊 ？OK， 咁所以咧問任何嘢咧，我哋都要諗一諗，問一問自己先，或者你套入去參加者嘅角度諗，喂，點解佢要問我呢樣嘢 ？So let's take an example. If I'm going to organize a workshop, OK， 我搞個2日1夜嘅研討會。So you may have to know about their education level. OK， 我哋可能要知少少佢嗰個 學歷嘅。個原因係可能我教嘅嘢，或者我請個人嚟教嘅嘢，可能係複雜，定係我要簡化佢咧？Okay, so we need to do at the beginning. If you do 1 or 2 days before the event starts, I would say you never have enough time, okay, to get prepared. Okay, so please spare some time, okay, to do that. Okay, so these are the demographic data. So these are the examples: age, Thailand's education level, marital status, household income, occupational, race, children's, and if you have a disability. Okay, so these questions are very straightforward. But when you start doing this worksheet or in the future, your boss will ask, why do you need to ask this question? What do you want to know about? OK，你一定要解釋得清楚點解你要問呢個問題。解釋唔到你就唔好問。OK， OK， so shall we just stop it here a little bit? Okay, and then let's take a 10 minutes break. So when we come back, okay, we are not talking about the need assessment questions. We are talking about the progress. OK， 咁翻嚟咧，我哋就會講翻我哋已經攞晒嗰啲嘅嘢啦。OK， 我哋知道有咩人啊點樣啊，跟住我哋去點樣做嘅。OK， so please take a rest. Okay, go drink some water. Okay, go to the toilet, whatever. And then I will see you in 10 minutes. So please be on time. Okay, I will see you at around 2:47, and then we will continue our lectures. Okay, so thank you. And for those students, okay, send me a text box. I will check your attendance, okay, during the break time. Send 咗過嚟俾我得㗎啦，我一陣幫你調翻。
'Cause baby, when I'm with you, I just don't know where I'd rather be. Oh, I wanna stay, wanna walk out the door. Right now, baby, I'm torn. I can't get enough, can't take anymore. Oh, right now, baby, I'm torn. You dry my tears and make it burn. You show me love and give me more. Can't get enough, can't take anymore. Right now, baby, I'm torn. Do you ever feel like a misfit? Everything inside you is dark and twisted. Oh, but it's okay to be different. 'Cause baby, so am I. So am I, so am I, so am I. Can you hear the whispers all across the room? You feel their eyes all over you like cheap perfume. You're beautiful, but misunderstood. So why you tryna be just like the neighborhood? I can see it, I know what you're feeling. So let me tell you about my little secret. I'm a little crazy underneath this, underneath this. Do you ever feel like a misfit? Everything inside you is dark and twisted. Oh, but it's okay to be different. 'Cause baby, so am I. So am I, so am I, so am I. Do you ever feel like an outcast? You don't have to fit into the format. Oh, but it's okay to be different. 'Cause baby, so am I. So am I, so am I, so am I. Oh, so dress so fancy, like Sid and Nancy. Oh, I can kill a queen, gotta keep on kissing. So baby, come pass me a lighter. We're gonna leave 'em on fire. We're the sinners and the blessings. I can see it, I know what you're feeling. So let me tell you about my little secret. I'm a little crazy underneath this, underneath this. Do you ever feel like a misfit? Everything inside you is dark and twisted. Oh, but it's okay to be different. 'Cause baby, so am I. So am I, so am I, so am I. Do you ever feel like an outcast? You don't have to fit into the format. Oh, but it's okay to be different. 'Cause baby, so am I. So am I, so am I, so am I. You're king and you're queen. You're strong and you're weak. You're bound but so free. So come and join me and call me Harley, and we'll make us do you ever feel like a misfit? Everything inside you is dark and twisted. Oh, but it's okay to be different. 'Cause baby, so am I. So am I, so am I. Do you ever feel like an outcast? You don't have to fit into the format. Oh, but it's okay to be different. 'Cause baby, so am I. So am I, so am I. Oh, I got breaking news and it's not about you. I've been breaking hearts too, and I learned it all from you. I got my thighs on, feel like Wonder Woman. That's when you want me, but I'm not your woman. When my lips Not gonna cry, cry, cry. Not gonna cry, cry, cry. Not gonna cry, cry, cry. I'm all out of sight. I'm not gonna cry. Gonna give you what you want, 'cause I look way too good tonight. I'm all out of sight. Tears
So,
are running dry.
welcome back.
Give you what you want, 'cause I look way too good
Once again.
tonight.
So before we take the break, we talk about the need assessment. And I guess most of you have an idea of what an assessment should be done right now. So we have different formats. Okay. But sometimes we will not be able to ask the users or non-users like questions, okay, about the program, okay, or before. Questions that helps you to design the program. So where can we get those resources? 嗱，咁如果我哋頭先講嗰啲都係話要問人哋噶嘛，即係人哋要俾 feedback 你。咁如果真係揾唔到啲咁嘅人，而我哋又要想知道究竟我搞個活動係有啲咩嘅資訊呢？ OK， 咁我哋可以從以下嘅幾個方面嘅。So the first one, okay, we could collect those information from the district councils. So in Hong Kong, we have 80 districts. Okay, 咁每一個區咧，其實都有唔同嘅區嘅特性。Okay, so we try to understand, okay, the living style, okay, or the characteristics of people who are living in the different areas. Okay, so in order to understand more about their needs, wants and interests. Okay, 咁其實我哋透過18區啦，可能係一啲嘅區議員啦 ，OK， 或者係唔好話直情問佢哋啦，即係都冇乜機會啦。咁但係可以參考下佢哋嗰啲嘅local 嘅一啲嘅 news 啊 ，OK，etc。咁我哋都可以從嗰啲地方咧攞到一啲資訊關於嗰一區嘅，嗰一區嘅啫。So other than those, okay, we could organize some open meetings. So open meetings just meetings for general public. 以往咧就好多時候都會有一啲地區嘅地區性嘅一啲會議啦嚇，我諗最 typical 最 common 嘅睇電視都係噶啦。疫情之前可能係有城市論壇啦 ，OK 等等喺唔同嘅公園入面進行嘅。So because by having open meetings, okay, with others, so we could have generate, okay, some new ideas, okay, for different people, okay, in the public. So sometimes, okay, we may not be able to reach them, okay, but during the open meetings, okay, we will have a chance, okay, to collect those informations. 但係而家都冇咁興㗎啦 open meetings。咁而家咧通常都係啲 open forum 啦，網上一啲嘅 open forum 啦。So other than districts, okay, open meetings, okay, we could use the most common one, okay, is the comment cards. And comment cards could be placed at anywhere, okay, anywhere which is available. Okay, 頭先講嗰啲都可能係要一啲參與 ，OK， 或者去聽嘅，係啦。咁但係 comment cards 可能係隨時隨地啦嚇，24小時。咁呢啲人覺得有啲咩 comment 寫嘅 ，OK， 咁會咪可以隨時寫低咯？ Okay, but nowadays, okay, it has been like replaced by like online, okay, from like email or customer service, okay, etc. Okay, so this is for the comment cards. So other than comment cards, okay, we could organize some focus group interviews. Okay, so focus group interviews is a small scale group. Okay, it only may consist for like 4 or 6 people. Okay, sharing their thoughts, okay, or opinions, okay, during the meeting. 咁通常都係啲小組啲形式嘅。And I would say for focus groups and interviews, okay, it might apply in some small class scale size events. So for example, like if you host a 1 to 4 fitness class, okay, etc. So you could actually discuss with the clients, okay, face to face, okay, rather than just having those massive data, okay, to do analyze. And also, okay, through observations. So observations, it takes a lot of time, okay, 嘥好多時間嘅 Okay, but observation is actually one of the good choice, okay, on that. So you will know that, okay, how the participants, okay, behaves, okay? And especially, okay, during the observation, we might also pay attention to those who are not participating in the activity. So because they usually have some supporters, okay, or like cheerful leaders, okay, like next to them. Okay, so this is a way to reach more people, okay, rather than just reaching those people who are involved in the events. So direct assessment, in some activities or some natures, special natures of activities like one-to-one fitness class, okay, 一對一嗰啲私人嘅教練班啦嚇，or one-to-one like physiotherapist, physiotherapist, okay, 一啲物理治療嘅服務啦嚇。So we need a lot of direct assessment, okay, to communicate with the patients. OK， 咁有陣時咧，就係某一啲嘅活動啦嚇，都可能需要一啲嘅直接嘅評核嘅。OK， 包括可能係頭先講啦嚇，gym room 啊，或者一啲 gym 課程啊，一對一嘅私人教練課程啊，咁可能就會需要到呢一啲嘅 assessment。你可以 OK， 問佢問卷都得冇問題。但係同時間除咗問卷之外，你可以用 interview 啦 ，interview 之外你都可以用 direct assessment 去代替咁得，或者其實幾樣嘢 involve 埋一齊都得。So surveys, mail, telephones, in-person, electronic. So as I said, okay, nowadays is one very popular way to do that is to collect information from people. Okay, through email, telephone, okay, etc. However, okay, when we distribute out those questions, especially for mail. Okay, I don't think it's good for telephone because people don't use the mobile phone quite often. Okay, nowadays. But for mail, okay, sometimes you will receive a very good response rate. Okay. So other than those, by like interviewing others, okay, asking others. So by not asking anyone, okay, we could still generate some information, which is for the clients. So for example, like the registration informations. 咁你可以咧，唔一定話要問嘅，唔係下下問人哋都覺得可能會煩。咁我哋可以透過一啲佢哋曾經參加過嘅一啲資料啦，一啲嘅data 啦，然之後咧去作出一啲嘅調整。So if you know that, okay, those are like the diehard fans of your participants in your program, so you realize that okay, people tend to having those events or like they ignore like outdoor events, they prefer more indoor events. Okay, by looking at their registration data. OK， 咁我哋可能有時透過啲報名表啦，都會揾得到一啲嘅方向。當然你話比起面對面 ，OK 單對單嘅 interview 一定係難，一定係會冇咁容易揾到㗎啦。咁但係你話係咪冇用咧？其實我又覺得唔係嘅。OK， somehow is actually used as a reference. And rather than the registration information, so okay, we can take a look at some program plans, okay, which is in the past, okay, or any programs that has been hosted before, okay, to have an idea okay, of how it works. 咁如果真係亦都冇咧，我哋都可以睇翻以往嘅一啲嘅活動嘅計劃書啦，都可能揾到一啲新嘅頭緒。So, but if you talk about in a more general way, okay, if we focus on the number, okay, it's an enormous number. 你講嗰個數字咧，唔係幾千，唔係幾百，唔係幾十，係可能係數以萬計或者數以十萬計嘅話咧。So there are some ways to do it. Is to go back to the government webpage. Okay, you might be able to get some demographic information from the census survey. Okay, or census bureau. 一啲人口統計得唔得 ？But I would say they only give you a very general pictures of that. So the next one is the social indications. social indication is actually giving you a lot of statistics, okay, on different areas, okay, even though like in different industry, okay, different age group, okay, different preference of people, and but the government doesn't update, okay, very often, okay，咁政府咧又唔係好時常咁 update 呢一個指標，咁但係咧我都覺得咧係值得俾大家望一望，so I think it's worth to do that. Okay, so on my screen, or you could just log into the website that it is shown on the PowerPoint. So you will notice that, okay, we have different peoples, or we got different groups of people. So we got women, low income, child, elderly, youth, people with disability, and new arrivals. So I think it applies in our courses like those people with disabilities and elderly. Okay, 我覺得用喺我哋多啲啊，即係我哋範疇。So you could just click in the people with disability. So they provide very general information, okay, of these indicator. 咁我哋有時可以知道究竟有幾多一啲咁嘅人啦嚇，係肢體殘障嘅。Okay. So for example, number of persons with disability awaiting placements in residential institutes or homes， 仲等緊位入去住嗰啲嘅宿舍，咁你會發覺其實啲人數係飆升。OK， 咁即係證明到一樣嘢就係，我哋可能提供呢啲咁嘅住院啊服務咧，係相對冇以前咁高咯個效率。係啦 ，awaiting placement， 即係未入到去啦。咁你見到個數字係頗高。好啦，咁你又想睇可能係 very free access 嘅 ground level platform。咁其實以往啦，1年啦，或者甚至乎10幾年前啦，都成20年前啦，差唔多，都冇咁多呢啲咁嘅 barrier free 嘅 equipment 嘅。或者嘅 station， 即係以前可能係我啲站咧，以一個肢體殘障人士嚟講咧，佢落車都冇用，因為冇人可以鬥到佢上個地面度。OK， 咁但係而家啦，即係因為而家多咗人俾錢啦，或者投資落去啊，或者政府都撥咗多啲資源落去啦，咁所以你而家基本上見到每一個車站咧個百分比咧。即係都係可以應付到呢一啲人，係啦。咁即係起碼，如果我係肢體殘障人士，我起碼冇俾人歧視先啦，係咪？So if you are interested in, okay, you can just take a look. Okay, youth, okay, blah blah blah. But if you don't like to have a look at the population-specific domains, you could actually focus on these domains. 咁有 economic 啦，有 political 啦，有 education 啦。咁如果同我哋有關多啲嘅，可能係一個 sports and recreation 啦。So you will have some ideas of the utilization rate of public sport facilities。當然呢一啲咁嘅資料咧，其實每年嘅施政報告啦，其實都有嘅。咁當然係咪要消化晒成份施政報告先至去搞呢個活動咧？咁梗係唔係啦。即係冇乜可能，但係你起碼知道個 trend 咯 ，OK， 知道個趨勢，咁你先至諗到咗將來5年、10年你個活動係點樣去搞法啦。Take an example, okay, like the squash court 壁球室 ，OK， so you will notice that okay the people playing squash, okay, are starting to diminishing, okay， 減少啦，開始衰退㗎。So would you think of anything, okay, that could stimulate, okay, the squash development in Hong Kong? Okay， 咁你可以會唔會諗squash 有冇第二啲嘅途徑啊，可以 boost up 翻個數字咧 ？Okay, you could boost up the numbers of participants. Okay, you could think of that. Okay, so these are some general information for you. Okay, and I would like you to use it as a reference only. Okay, reference only. Okay, so in conclusion, So the reasons of doing a need assessment, okay, or that's why we spend a lot of time in preparing those 7 questions, is to allow programmers, which is us, to know if their efforts truly meets the needs and desires of the constituents. If we don't do this need assessment, I would say you could go for a try. And you never know whether it will be success or not be success, okay, if you never try. But the thing is, if you don't have a very systematic approach in doing that, okay, for example, like doing a need assessment beforehand, so I would say, you have a very difficult chance, to be success. So that's why we need to understand why and how we can do for the need assessment, okay? So hopefully, before you start any program in the future, I want you to do a little research on that, okay? Rather than just, I think this event is feasible, just go ahead. It is easy, to support, you to go ahead. But if you pick a wrong thing or wrong track, no matter how successful you are, you're still unsuccessful. So now, I want you to pay attention in the in the take 1 assignment, which is available on Moodle. So could you just please download it first? It's a Word file. Okay, so what I want you to do is, I need you to form a groups of 3, a maximum of 3， 最多3個人啊。得，因為我哋人數多咗，之前講過㗎啦。And I want you to prepare a program which you can think by yourselves。嗱，你自己揾一個 recreation program， 乜都得嘅，可以係一個馬拉松比賽，可以係一個暑假嘅足球班，乜都得嘅，得唔得？總之同 recreation 有關㗎啦，得唔得？ So for example, this time I want to take an examples of marathon training program。唔好跟我啊，到時你再諗。Okay, and the organization is for example Watson's Training Club or Fei Running Club， 好多啊，你中意乜都得。我冇啊，我哋就 HKBU Sports Center。Okay, so you could choose any of them. There's no right or wrong answers。好啦，咁而家咧我就係作為一個 HKBU 嘅 Sports Center。So I'm the manager of HKBU Sports Center right now, and I want to organize a marathon training program. Okay, in the coming year， 可能係2023啦，當。Okay, so I need to answer 7 questions before I start designing my program. So the first question is, oops, sorry. Thank you. 得，係啦，唔好意思啊，我都 miss 咗。So thanks for pointing out the problem. Okay, so first of all, I need 3 people in a group, and you have to pick one organization. So you could choose any one of them. Because this time I'm organizing a marathon training program, 2023. Okay, so and then the host is the HKBU Sports Center. Hold on. So first of all, we have to use the following grid. Use the following table to develop a plan for conducting a need assessment. So what we have to do right now is to prepare a need assessment. So first of all, why? 中文啊，原因啊 reason. So why do we need to do a need assessment? 點解我要嘥咁多人力物力去問以下嘅問題？第一 有幾個原因嘅可以啊。I want to ensure that the course meets the expectation of the client. Okay? 得唔得？係啊，或 participants 或者 OK? So what questions you are going to ask? 好啦，你要諗一啲問題啦，或者諗一啲嘅嘢，你係會問嘅。So for example, I don't have any idea of your organizing this program. So I would think like, the training period, date and time for the course, okay, and then location of the course, budget of the course, client, etc. OK， 有好多嘢你可以自己諗嘅，問乜都得嘅，得唔得？總之係同你個活動有關就可以啦。So how am I going to do this need assessment? 我點樣做咧？ I will use the questionnaire, like the one that I shown you, okay, in the appendix. So who will use this information? So when I receive these informations, who? Of course, 邊個會攞呢啲資料啊？ Program manager. Okay. So from whom will we collect this data? So remember, okay, we have two groups of people. So the first one is users and non-users. So for users, that means, okay, maybe the existing or current members or current participants of this program in 2022, and non-users may be general public. Okay. So from where okay, we could collect these informations. Okay, I would say in the sports center. The reason is because when they participate in this program, they have to submit those forms, okay, to the sports center. And other than those, okay, we will see a lot of like sports lovers, okay, in near the sports center. 咁因為我哋會將一啲咁嘅宣傳單張啊 ，OK， 或者所有關於運動嘅資訊擺喺個 sports center 附近嘅，咁所以參加者好多時候咧都會有機會 approach 到我哋，咁所以我就會決定擺喺 sports center。Or okay, I may use the social media like an IG or Facebook. 而家比較興啲啦。So when should I do the need assessment? 咁究竟我幾時去做呢一個 need assessment 咧 ？Remember, if you go back to the notes, need assessment is the first steps. That means冇晒，冇理㗎啦，繼續。So before the program starts. So usually I would give a timeline, okay, maybe 2 to 3 months before. So by having these informations, so you will be able to go to the next questions. So you need to design 5 demographic items for the use on the need assessment survey. 好啦，咁你會問啲咩題目啊？關於人嘅。Okay, so for example, if you go back to here. Okay, so what do you want to ask? So some students may think that, okay, I should ask their age. 要問佢嘅年紀。Okay, 咁點解要問呢？你要諗下喎，有原因嘅喎。So if you know the age, okay, you will be able to see, okay, how many participants, okay, are come from different age group. Okay, for example, you notice that, okay, in this class, okay, they are mostly, okay, 50 or plus. Okay, then we need to do a lot of like adjustments, okay, or adaptations, okay, in the course arrangement. So rather than age, 除咗問年紀之外啦，你可以問有啲咩啊？ Maybe gender, okay, etc. Okay, 咁呢度我唔再寫落去啦，留翻俾你哋自己諗啦。And then we move on to the one above. So I need you to design 10 questions, but in the PowerPoint, they put down 7 to 12. Okay, so just want you to make a little bit adjustments. And correct this word. Excluded. Okay, so that means I want you to have 12 to 15 questions in total. Okay, including 5 demographic questions plus 7 to 12 need assessment question. Okay. 好啦，咁呢一度你要做啲乜嘢咧？就類似你之前頭先見到嘅 appendix 啊。Hold on。等啦，呢個。Okay, so if you go back to here, the demographic questions are here. So you pick any 5 of them. But remember, okay, the 5 of them, okay, you should ask yourself, okay, what's the reasons, okay, of asking these questions? 如果你冇原因而去問嗰條問題，我就會覺得嗰條問題係冇用嘅，得唔得？如果你話喂唔係嘅，我有必要問佢條問題，因為我想知某啲嘢，咁你就問啦，得唔得？ So for example, if I'm going to asking the marathon training program, do I need to know their education level? So there's no right or wrong. If yes, give me a reason. If no, give me a reason as well. Okay, I would say the reasons of asking their education level is because during the marathon training program, we may come up some of the theory, okay, of like preparing the marathon run. Then I would prefer asking these questions. But if you are not going to give those informations, okay, like in a more complicated way, I would say there's no point, okay, for us to ask these questions. 但係如果你係啦，舉個例，頭先你話我就話，如果你係派啲咁嘅資訊性嘢，佢要翻去自己睇、自己消化嘅，咁你梗係要知道佢個 education level 啦。因為可能有啲人佢係連字都唔識噶嘛。OK， 有啲老人家可能係想嚟參加，但係佢原來唔識嘅，佢淨係識做嘅啫。OK， 咁你就睇下究竟你係咪需要到問到呢條問題啦。OK， 冇絕對啱與錯，只係你要解釋到俾我聽嘅啫。So other than these demographic questions, then you have to ask questions that related to your program. As I said, under the demographic, you complete the demographic questions. Then you move on to the need assessment questions. And the need assessment questions should relate to your program. Okay, so you will see will result in helping your program ideas and feedback. Okay, 你問嘅問題係要幫到你個活動嘅。咁最常見啦 For example, like a marathon class, I will ask, where do you want class to be at?好啦，你想喺邊一個地方？咁你可能俾個 option 啦嚇，例如 Kowloon District、New Territories District、Hong Kong Island，OK，等等，得唔得？咁呢個先叫一條 ，OK？我需要7至到12，清唔清楚？So what I want you to do right now, the deadline of submitting these take-home assignments is not today. 唔係今日交嘅 but I want you to spend like 20 minutes, okay, in discussing with your groupmates. I want you to have a very clear concept of the need assessment before we move on to the next steps, okay, of the assessment process. So what I want you to do right now is I need you to break down into groups of maximum of 3. Okay, if you have a groups of 7, okay, whatever. So you might have to break down into 3 groups, okay, maybe 1 groups of 3, 2 groups of 2. Okay, I don't want too much people, okay, to be in the same group because I want you to have to more discussions, okay, with your classmates. Okay, so what you have to do right now is I will try to So what I want you to do right now, I will think of you guys. Okay, we have a total of 40 students in this class. So probably, okay, I will break down into around 14 groups. 14 groups. Some of the groups, okay, may have 2 or even 1. Okay, so your choice. I don't mind, okay, you are going in the same chat room, okay, to discuss with each other. But at the same time, okay, I need you to submit, okay, 1 report or 1 need assessment survey, okay, for groups of maximum of 3. 總之你交嘅時候咧，一組最多3個人，你中意分2個人又得，4個人都得，但係問題我俾分嘅時候，我淨係俾頭3個嘅啫。Okay, so I want you to think of how to do the need assessment survey because it's very important. Okay. So if you have any questions, just feel free to send me a direct message. So I will be at here, okay, all the time. Okay. If you don't know how to do the survey, okay, just raise up your hand and then I will come to your room. Okay. So shall we just break out right now? So you could choose your room. Okay, you do not need to. We are not going to randomize, okay, you into different groups. So I will come in from time to time. So just make sure that, okay, you have something on your hand and then you start doing the work.
Recording in progress.
小智一組喎。
哦，開心啊，好啊，feel good，好好嘅組合喎，大佬。
perfect 啦。
會唔會好咗少少啊？呢個組合？
跟住咧，一陣 Billy 入到嚟咧，一個人都冇講句，但係我哋份嘢做起咗咯。我開翻個 Google Docs 先。
好啊，你開完之後擺出嚟。哎呀，攰啊！鬼眼瞓啊！
我精撚彩佢嗰個組合真係不撚得了，一定要講粗口先得。咦？佢走咗嘅點解？
邊個走咗？冼俊樂？
唔係啊，阿大小姐走咗。
佢入咗嚟咩？
唔係啊，冇。佢自己一個組可能精撚咗。可以啊，我都想睇喎。
都係，都
要
真係。
俾個叻叻佢。我直接 send 出去有埋阿 Chris 嗰個 group 嗰度。
好啊，冇問題啊。
啦，佢有 Justin 已經搞掂。
我開頭以為阿 Louis 同阿 Chris 一組。
係咯，我都以為係。跟住諗住我哋兩個就算，跟住咧阿 Chris 同 Justin 一組，咁就點啦？
啱。哇！我哋
唔係喎，佢入翻去小智嗰組喎。
咩啊？
佢入翻去小智嗰組，即係佢同阿 Wing 同小智一組。
睇到嘅咩？
睇到，下邊分組討論咪睇到咯。
分組討論？
睇翻 Zoom 跟住撳分組討論嗰個掣，然後碌落去第11間房。
哦，點樣睇㗎？我冇得撳嘅 iPad，冇理由㗎。
咁你點樣分入嚟㗎？
唔係我撳14咯，但我睇唔到。
冇啦，好精彩！呢個組合真係唔撚小智教到嘢，最勁係阿 Wing。
阿 Wing 同邊個啊？
小智 Bobo。
哦，去揾埋阿 Wing，懟埋阿 Wing 出嚟。
又話真阿 Wing 又點乜乜柒柒，臨尾咪認翻佢。咩 free ride 啊嘛？佢有幾機格格咯，之前。唔係嘅，有 Sita 咯，算唔算啊？可能 Sita 心入邊已經唔 like 呢條女做乜春天啫，麻撚煩。
唔係喎，好似都熟喎，上次都一齊食嘢，我見到。
你同小智都一齊食過嘢啦，
好似係喎。
佢唔係同 Hedy 嘅咩？Hedy 嗰組有位喎，但係佢又唔落去。Low Hill Lamb 13好高。
Hedy 可能都唔想理佢咧。
哇 Hedy 哇喺之前攬頭攬頸請佢食凍金嘅喎。Oh my god！What was that？喂，
佢話做咩？做頭先佢
有試一樣嘢。
渣打係。
我哋嗰個 Google Document 入邊咧，嗰個 Y 啊 Walk 嗰個表咧，係一張圖嚟嘅。
哦，係喎，即係打唔到字落去咯。
冇錯，你要自己打翻落去，白痴。
加 test board 咯，唔驚啊，加 test board 咯。
咪直接打 copy using 打落去，跟住自己插個表咯，係咪得？
係啊。
test board 會走位嘅，單翻落嚟。
但我哋做咩做咩 program 啊？
係咪可以自己作落去啊？
好似就係啦。 吓，搵快錢，請教練俾咩菜啊？呢個龍舟啊？哦，健美，健美都有得俾嘅咩？哦，
係，明白。已經好啊，好咧。好。
哎呀，
media 啲
咁你做邊個 program 好啊？我講會啊，
揾緊，
嗯，
等等。
佢話馬拉松，頭先舉例子，
馬拉松暑假嘅足球班，我係咩羽毛球訓練班嗰啲咧，羽總嗰啲。
羽總有啊，青苗嗰啲咯，唔係，
興趣班
可
就
唔可以興趣班啊？如果興趣班，
羽毛球。
如果教練預備班得唔得啊？興趣班好似羽總好似都有嘅一個。
programming
F 同張班咁嘅咧，唔知乜鳩嘢。
都得嘅。佢話唔係今日交，係幾時交啊？
好似星期我唔記得咗頭先佢講邊日添，仆街仔。但係未有咁快嘅。
咁就點啦？5條問人背景，跟住7至10條嗰啲唔知咩，你覺得要多啲呢個定嗰個咁樣嗰啲？咩設施要多啲少啲嗰啲？
ID 哦，
唔係。哇！點解隔離組會有唔知6個人一組嘅喂？
可能誤會咗一 group 咯，有機會玩曲棍嗰個 floorball 叫做玩 floorball 喎。
我知，但係唔識點樣形
教
容。
練嘅，教練嚟嘅，好勁。
啱喎。
但係我啲垃圾教練咧，
嗱，我唔俾你咁講自己啊。
垃知道唔垃知嘅，
喂，羽毛球暑期班得唔得咧？
都都得嘅。
冇英文，白痴。
係啊，冇英文嘅語種，垃
我啱先
圾嘅
影咗，
語種係。
係廢柴冇英文。
你知唔知
我啱先
佢俾錢仲要用收支票呢？啊？淨係收支票，
即係唔會咩 FPS PayMe 嗰啲都冇喎，白痴啊！
冇，完全冇。
我啱先影咗 Bobo 同阿 wing 一組張相俾 Noddy 睇，跟住 Noddy 秒 What the fuck？
開心啊嘛，
開心啊！等睇佢又係長期瞄咪唔講嘢。仲有冇其他班啊？可唔可以係比賽咧？
可以。頭先佢都用渣打馬拉啦嘛，咩係咪 Metaphor？定係訓練班嚟？頭先嗰個，
睇翻先。
佢頭先嗰個講個例子，我都唔記得咗呢。
Training program 訓
哦，training
練班。
program，哦咁可能真係要揾翻訓練班啦，咁就語種嗰啲咯，咁就都好多嘅。
輕描有語種啊！喂，
呢個咁激動啊！有青苗咯，
可以啊！輕描羽毛球培訓計劃。
啊，仲有啲咩咯？張別訓練計劃咯，即係咪裁判都得？
輕描會唔會好啲啊？
可以啊，青苗咯，
有咩考章？
考章
但係英文係乜嘢？我唔識講咯。
我都唔識啊。佢有冇英文版？
點解全部總會都係冇英文嘅白痴啊？Yes，我唔緊要啦。唔好俾佢見到咪得咯。
俾佢見到冇所謂啦。
Oh no！逼球啊！定係欖球啊？逼種都唔錯喎。Rugby 我操！我哋都係攞佢個名嘅啫。差唔多。Training program，OK 啊，呢個 Hong Kong Squash 攞完佢個名之後，其他全部自己作落去都得。輕描 Young Athlete squad training program 轉翻個字去。Yes，
屌，好痛。唉，
冇事嗎？
冇事，啱啱係咁3米就因為
training scheme TRAIN I train
邊個計劃啊？依家係青苗啊？
係啊，青苗壁球
訓練計劃
冇錯。
有冇資訊㗎？睇下先，
冇啊，攞個名嘅咋。
我攞個名㗎咋。OK，點解？我頭先有冇人 cap 到佢嘅example 咧？
佢寫咗啲嘢，
佢係啊，
我有抄低。
我想睇下我諗住咧原本一次過 cap 嘅，屋佢嘅街啊，一打到尾跟住
佢 delete 咗嗰啲啦，delete 咗曬啲字去咗佢。
佢話我唔打啦，跟住我就寫咩個肺啊？點 cap 啊？真我真係屌鳩，呢家屌佢啦！呢個係
阿 Sir，你唔可以咁懶噶喎。
咪就係
有啦，唔係中間有個鐘 break。係啊，咁唔知啦。遲先至開始，啲字有啲料啊，都係。
咁廢嘅，點解佢第一句 Y 嗰度點解搞呢個 program 去 to ensure that 我 respond 睇先？唔係啊，關咩事啊 ？question 喎，真係。
Ensure that the course meet
定係提我哋㗎咋？嗰啲字 to ensure that the course meets the expectation of the client。個原因就係要迎合到佢哋嘅期望。係咪啊？我冇解錯啊？
冇啊，滿足到客人嘅期望。
咁呢個係咩原因啊？福佢
一個唔知乜鬼嘅原因。
咁我照抄喎，你呢個係打住先啦。What 就係 date and time of 個 course location budget client of the
係咪 point form 都得㗎？
應該得。
咁我加多個先。咩？To rise the ability of potential young players.
我好似有啲難啊。
What is date and time of the course? Location, budget,
呢個
client.
咦咁我其實嗰啲上面嗰個係咪即係 to ensure 嗰個係純粹係個
點解要做呢個
嚟㗎咋？
嘢？應該 example 應該都係亂打咯，我諗。
哦，不過都好似都啱嘅，佢咁打。突然之間，不過呢個理由簡直係垃圾到唔垃圾之中嘅垃圾啊！真係真係廢話。跟住 what 就係打翻嚇。How 我哋都係用 questionnaire 㗎啦。Google Form 啊，都好喎。唔係啊，啱啊，我啊，唔係我啊，或者仲有咩途徑啊？算啦，一個算啦。Who will use the information? Who will use the information?
Program manager，
跟佢咯，呢個可以。
Google Form 直接 online questionnaire。
哦，好，跟住括弧咯。
可以啊。
For home，我唔明喎，呢個 for home will vehicle 咧，
Users
即係做嗰條友啊，做呢份問卷嘅嗰條友。For home，哦，
咁抄佢，佢呢個
啊，好似係
唔係我睇緊嘢啫。11歲以下考獲銅章。
the children 咩咯？the children
for age the children 6至12歲。
6至12歲 and
their parents。
唔係佢等陣先，parent 都要嘅咩？
要埋佢哋家屋企人俾問卷應該會好啲啩，係咯。
parent
aged and their parents age 18 or above 18歲以上嘅家長。
唔使啦，多數家長都係咩㗎啦，都大過
17歲嘅家長，跟住個仔6歲，哇！what 係？
佢哋係有對壁球有興趣嘅咯。
啱先 Billy 係咪有講過話咩 current part， 即係咩有個參與過同埋未參與過嗰兩個人
repeated customer 同埋 new customer 咯，即係
冇錯啦。
咁啊括弧咩咯？括弧係current customer 啦。
repeated current participate 參與者。
OK，呢個啊。
OK。 participants。
What 我留到最後先做啊，都係寫啲時間地點。Location budget client of course date and time 都係抄佢嘅啫，應該。
What 係 frequency of the classes。
嗯，
喂，What 係
整唔到啲字啊，但冇理由 call 翻佢嗰個日子㗎。
location of the program。 location 應該係嘅啦。
嗯，day and 咩咯，咁跟佢啦，day and，誒，我咪打錯咗。
冇錯，你打有嘅。
你打。
The program budget of the program。
係 budget of 同埋 number
number of coaches。
都要啊呢個，同埋 number of participants and participants。跟住
應該 OK 啦個表。
equip 唔係喎 equipment
quality of the equipment。
算啦，呢個唔肯定，真係唔好寫。睇下先，我諗緊有冇，應該就
嗰個 experience。
X 都得嘅。
experience of。
有冇啲咩 special？
special 嘛
special list 要唔要係咧？好似冇關係噃。list assessment
background 個 part 寫會唔會好啲？
好啊。
disability。
呢度要整5題目，
呢個係
第一條
唔係呢個應該係寫5個點出嚟嘅啫嘛？
係咩？
即係 age group 嗰啲咧。
我知係要寫
我覺得
幾個答案俾佢答啊嘛，係咪咩？佢話為之一條啊嘛，睇下先。
下邊先係寫題目，呢度係寫嗰啲係定 income age naughty
搞掂未啊？你睇下
做緊
哇
咪
啊，
有聲嘅，
係咯，但係你啱先冇嘅喎，
有嘅。
唔緊要啊，佢會 check record。
嗰邊
未啊
打緊仗
我哋
係咩？
咁嗰邊打緊仗啊？
冇嘢啦，搞掂未？
哦，未啊？
轉
咦？
即係你話 how old
age group 就算啦
age 跟住 gender
可以。Oh
mix
no！
of
唔緊要，唔緊要，唔緊要，唔緊要。body status
點解嘅？
disability 啊嘛。
哦，OK，你括弧翻 any speed
點解陳嘉誠入咗嚟我哋嗰個 room 嗰度，但係冇人出聲，
咦？冇啊？
走咗啦啱先。
哦，唔使上堂咩，Lottie？
佢上 Jovi 啊嘛。
，Jovi 啊嘛。
哦，係喎，可以瞓低嘅堂。
瞓喺度上有料。咦？
咩嚟㗎？What's
等陣先
this?
gender
Take home
頭
assignment。
係
冇啊！我今朝做咗份啫。
哇哦！
need and skill。
你幾時交啊？
交咗啦。
但係 deadline 係幾多？
即係咪下個禮拜？
下個禮拜先交㗎又。
佢唔係我同 Vivian 咯。佢冇同你度講幾時交咩？
佢話唔
唔係佢有
係今日交，但係
佢話唔係今日交，係啊。
哦，咁得就下個禮拜交嘅。
interval
咩啊？咩氹啊？
income 收入
哦，income，我誒 reason 點解佢一定問你啊？點解要問收入？
呢個好問題嚟嘅，都可以喎。
我個 reason 係點樣可以掠佢水？
點樣賺錢？可唔可以賺多啲？
點樣以達到我哋最大嘅利益？呢個就係 reason。我的
最尾一個
誒
E 字頭嗰個
國籍
國籍，
點解要問種族？Why？
可唔可以達到呢個種族
天黑唔打得太快
共融嘅？
你真係 race 啊！
問佢結咗婚未咯？
ちょっと待って呢個
唔係喎
係個仔同佢阿媽去喎，結咗婚未？
除非係離咗婚嘅，你咪單身嘅。
唔會㗎，都係。我想知佢阿媽係咪離咗婚咧？有冇機會啫咁樣？
地方係媽媽，
哦，都得喎。
可以啊，
我冇諗到係。
冇啊，冇諗過呢個我都。
我哋同 Nody 嘅婚禮基本上5個有4個係一樣嘅咯。掂。
有邊個唔係
跟住
差？
下邊嗰咩 enough effectiveness 咩嚟㗎？creative
佢要真係要打條問題俾佢喎，但係話
誒
可以啊。Where do you want the class be held？喂，直接抄佢咯。How old are you？ Who are 一個 option 係 I am fine thank you，你個 I am not fine 咯。
問下你想唔想我 course 成為全香港最貴啊
想唔想貴
？Yes or
啲啊？
maybe？得 yes or maybe，冇撈㗎。
Yes 同 agree 啊嘛。6至12歲。
Recording in progress.
Recording on progress。點解有 recording on progress 嘅？
What is your age？誒點解冇晒呢啲字？
嚇？What is your age？
Under 6 months。
呢個人問緊佢個仔㗎嘛？
係啦，years old。6至9。
咩定律嚟嘅呢個？6至9嚟，
跟住9至12， 9至12，
9至12，
啱啱好踩正10
重複咗
嗰啲，係喎，6至8都係咁。因為我今年9歲要揀邊個啊？兩個都揀晒。誒，就係6至11，跟住12我 above 啊。Yes。
我哋想 collect 嗰個 information 係由 age 6 to 12嘅啫喎。
話咯，唔緊要啦。
OK，
即係12至18咯。
喂，青
誒呢
苗喎，
啲我
等陣
fix 得到。
先，青苗喎，青苗喎，
但佢冇寫最高係幾多啊？
青苗最高係12嘅啫喎，我印象。
唔係啩？
頂籠啊，係啊，頂籠噶咯喎，苗啊嘛，18嗰啲唔
住咯。
係苗嚟噶咯
11歲或以下，
喎。
below 11同埋 above 11歲。
嗯，
係咁樣。11 years old or above 咯。但我哋係問埋佢個家長嘅喎。What is the age of participant？ 參加者嘅年齡係幾多？誒，但係 C 咧 parent。
好似得唔得咧？我都唔知喎。
即係18 or above，跟住原來係 parent。Nody 嗰個係6至12歲，同埋 adults aged 18 or above。 我都係睇 Aden 嗰個 story 先見到，咦，原來係咁。
咩啊？咩原來咁啊？
我 follow Aden 冇 follow 芝子啊。
咩原來係咁啊？
佢哋兩個拍緊拖咯。
好耐噶咯
我啱啱先知喎。
喎。哦，
OK，係我冇留意佢哋。
但係你冇 follow 佢 IG，講笑。
你 stalk 佢 IG，冇 follow 但係有睇到。
有睇到 Gigi。真
屌，
呢個就嚟 unfollow 嗰條分享。
唔好睇下佢點發癲都好啊。有咩都等完咗先講。好難講。
由佢
邊琴
佢利用價值係零，打字又唔話乜嘢嘛，cut 片又話 wing，諗嘢你哋仲勁過佢多聲添。英文你又勁過佢，中文你又勁過佢，上網揾嘢又勁過佢，講嘢又勁過佢。佢嘅利用價值個價值係零啊！唯一可以學佢咧，就係做啲仆街嘢。呢個係值得學習。點樣可以成為一個更仆街嘅人？掩飾咗自己？點解咁講？
表面啦，直至舐過嘢就知啦。
直至喺 Joffy 嗰堂我就知啦，就唔係啦。嚇？
望天花板嗰個。
係啊。
唔緊要，女我都唔明。
咩嘢啊？點會啊？
你係當事人咯，我都記得。
你當事人
咩望天花板啊？
係我望天花板。
我屌，哦，我啱先就咁聽喺度諗緊，你哋講嗰啲咩望天花板咧？啊？跟住
當
，O
事
K，
人嚟嘅。
O K，
唔可以講個核心噶嘛。
O K，明晒。
阿 Louis 唔知我哋講緊乜？
11樓 Joey 啊嘛係嘛？
係啊，
我屌 OK。
話說咧，就係咧有一堂阿 Joey 堂，
唔係
咁
唔係啊，
嗰陣時咧
第一個禮拜嘅禮拜四嗰堂 Joey，我哋坐隔離嗰堂。
係啦，咁嗰陣時咧就佢已經喺度搞鬼啦，整埋啲小動作啦，打埋啲唔知乜鳩嘢，我喺度喺度做乜又唔記得咗添。
溫室嘅小花。
我溫室嘅小花啦，已經。
唔係，
跟住咧
嗰個禮拜五先打嘅，禮拜四好似係話咩？
禮拜四先。哦，
總之係玩緊嘢，跟住話咩？你哋決定咯，咁樣咯。
係啊，又唔睬人啊嘛，好似擰住面。我記得嗰日。
你記唔記得 research method 咧？我係拗佢講嘢咧，跟住佢完全唔理我，跟住佢仲要咩啊嘛？
鬧你啊嘛！
好撚煩啊！條友自己做晒嘢，就喺度嘈住人。跟住
咧，佢自己唔想同阿 Tony 坐，自己就走去前面。跟住我唔知佢有冇以為我哋都跟埋去啦。跟住我就冇跟啦，但係戇居咩？我唔係隻狗啊嘛。跟住我就即係佢就過去自己嗰度坐啦。入嚟嘅時候咧，都有啲人同佢傾下偈嘅，坐低就見真章咯。佢完全冇人同佢坐。係唔識咁啊嘛。
係啊，跟住嗰陣我係同我 S 嗰個 friend 坐緊嘛，我記得。
係啊係啊，
係啊
佢同佢
係。
friend 坐緊。
跟住我哋三個坐埋，佢自己隔開幾個位坐啊，喺度自辯。
跟住佢諗住 form group，跟住阿 Sophie 又 form group，之後咧佢就望咗過嚟我哋嗰邊，跟住我搞嗰嘢見到佢望過嚟，我即刻擰住後邊喺度扮望天花板，扮諗嘢，跟住佢自己我都話噶啦，屌佢自己走過嚟一定，跟住真係自己走咗過嚟。
You have 3 minutes left， 得翻3分鐘個 Zoom， 唔緊要啦。
緊要啦，都唔係今日交，雖然都要做。喂，正常應該走佬啦。
你啱先係咪話佢都幾得意啊？啱先話佢都幾得意喎，咁樣死啦！唔係佢行為啊。點解佢憎你？佢就女啲樹好慘啊！唔緊要啊，我哋而家係 Nody 喺度，佢先會同我哋講嘢㗎。
邊有本身同你有仇啊嘛？
有咩仇啊？我唔知
唔係
喎。
佢本身自設咗個仇喺自己度，即係佢完全係唔中意你嘅。係啊，佢唔一早嘛，佢自己講嘅，佢話我俾面你，我
Recording
先
in
同阿 Louis 一
progress.
早嘅，咁講，佢同我講。
睇錯人啦！ 嗱，
呢個係啊，
幾得意啊！完全唔撚知佢想點。income 嗰個點問好 ？What is your income? Household income？
好啦，咁啊，都多謝大家嘅討論啦。咁亦都真係知道有啲同學你都明發生緊咩事嘅，咁亦都有啲同學唔明發生咩事，都而家都要明發生咩事啦。好啦，咁記住呢份嘢啦，最多3個人做啦。咁如果你寫4個人嘅，OK，我就會 mark 頭3個人嘅啫，得唔得？即係會淨係 mark 頭3個人係有做嘅。咁所以你記住，你分開2份又好，係啦，同其他同學一組，咁你都要記住最多3個人一組嘅啫，得唔得？咁留意翻啦，呢份嘢咧唔需要今日即刻交嘅，OK？咁佢會係喺 Week 4嗰個 column 啦，OK？但係實質咧就係下個星期2嘅11:59，得唔得？咁如果有啲咩問題啦，你可以再留低去問啦。如果冇問題咧，記住準時交功課，同埋下個禮拜記住翻嚟上堂就得啦。OK，咁冇問題就可以離開啦。下星期見。